What's up everyone, Manny from Motomillion here, and if you can peek through around and see some of the bikes, we have a big surprise. This is a beautiful SP2. Today we're going to be doing some first mods to the bike. It's going to be the radiator and oil cooler guards. We're going to do the fender eliminator on the bike. We're going to get rid of these mirrors because the mirrors are pretty much useless. Since we're going to delete the mirrors, the turn signals go away, and we're going to be installing the turn signals on there as well. So let me get started. One thing that I really like about using the radiator and oil cooler guards are when you look from the front of a Panigale V4 or a Street Fighter V4, the whole front is silver because of the radiators, and these guards really cover that silver up with the black. This is the TWM fuel cap. Quarter turn, you press down, turn, open, put it back on. It looks beautiful. Today is dyno day. That's good. That's really good. Guys, this bike put down 195.8 and Michael's beautiful S1000 to 207. Now, I gotta take this thing all apart because that's what it requires to change an exhaust on these things and put a beautiful exhaust on. So, less talking, more working, let's get to it. Surprise! There's a bunch of brembo boxes and some TWM and Pro Tie. This is going to be our rear caliper that matches the front calipers. Matches it pretty good. The red is a little more red than this Brembo red. I put them side by side, but if they're front and back, you're never going to pick that up. Today is dyno day. Since you guys saw this last on the dyno, we put our race exhaust, our Brent tuning flash, and the race air filter. I'm gonna guess, I hope it makes high in the 200s. I'm gonna say 205.
The bike will make more horsepower than mine. I would say it made 209.
Oh my god, this is for sure fake.
Good thing I didn't say chicken dinner for 210 horsepower. And before I go any further, let me show you these beauties. These clip-ons by IMA. The whole purpose is to get the ergonomics of the bike to suit the rider. This is a carbon monocoque piece. The monocoque means that it's one piece and it's a structural piece as well. And the guys at Full Six have done an amazing job, and they're known for their structural parts. They're one of the only companies who make the carbon subframes and carbon fuel tanks for these bikes. let's get this face on the bike. There we go. I think it looks really good. I told you guys on the last video, once we put the windscreen on with the gloss and the satin, it's going to look really good. Beautiful Rizoma stealth mirrors on. Guys, I have my good friend Nicholas from Auto Laboratory here, and he's going to help us turn these carbon pieces into SP2 pieces. If I put them side by side, it looks pretty damn good. But let's get this on the bike and start putting this bike back together. What we're missing is our brake lever guard. These are the full 6 carbon fiber brake lever guards. This is a gloss one. We do have them in satin / matte as well. These are the brand new cooling ducts by Full 6. Tonight's crunch time. We're gonna get the subframe on. Hopefully we're gonna figure out those mounts for the exhaust. We're gonna get it on and we're gonna go ride some bikes, guys. So guys, it is 12:30, yes. Half an hour past midnight. And I think we're kind of losing it because if you come take a look here, Michael Knight built a Slovakian contraption.
Rather rudimentary, I might add.
That centers this exhaust to the middle of the tire because we're saying that the center point of the bike is most likely the tire's center, because nothing lines up in this way. And he's bending our Akrapovic brackets over here on the vise using hammers and bending the vise arm. Everything is bending.
A skilled tradesman.
Yes, exactly. To get the custom brackets that we talked about onto the subframe, because as you can tell, there's no rear set mounts on here. Guys, here's the Carbon SP2. I can finally say that it's done. I thought we were never going to say it, but that subframe was a big question mark, and thankfully we had some help with Michael Knight coming in and rescuing us last night. We put a long hours on this thing, and it's a reality now. You could say it's the first one in the world or not. To me, it doesn't matter. I hadn't seen a picture of it, or I've never seen it in reality, but it looks fantastic, especially with some of the satin gloss touches that we did. We have our Sita rear sprocket. This is an aluminum sprocket with a dura-aluminum coating. Sita is an amazing brand. They've been used in MotoGP and World Superbike. For our sprocket carrier, I opted in for the EvoTech. There's a lot of great options like the Ducati ones or the EvoTech ones. I love the EvoTech one because it's the lighter one. Finally, it's the DID ERV7 chain. We love our EK3D chains. They do look amazing, but it's a little bit heavier than this one. It's not by much, but I think we're going with the ERV7 just because the tensile strength of these are almost as high as the EK3D. The EK3D has a little higher tensile strength, but I think in this case, we're not going just for looks, we're going for the optimal weight savings. So I opted in for this ERV7 chain. In total, the stock setup is 4,457 grams, and the setup that we're running in total is 3,129 grams. That's quite a bit of weight savings, and for you Imperial people, that's 2 pounds and 15 ounces, almost 3 pounds lighter for this whole setup, and in grams, it's 1,328 grams lighter. That's a huge weight savings, guys. I didn't expect this, especially this one comes with a 520 kit from the factory, but imagine if you have a Panigale V4, V4S, or a Street Fighter V4, V4S, all of these parts fit on that bike as well, and those bikes come with a 525 kit on there. It's going to be a whole lot of difference. I think it'll be very close to 4 pounds at that point. This is the Öhlins Blackline damper, and I know some are going to say it already has an Öhlins damper, but it's not a mechanical damper, which makes all the difference. It has quite a few, I think it's 32 or 36 clicks of adjustment, which makes it soft or hard. Overall, this is the Motomillion Panigale V4 SP2. I don't know, guys. I think it's one of my favorite builds, and I'm usually not a fan of leaving things just carbon, but it did make sense on this bike because it was a black bike and we didn't want to paint it because it would kind of take away from that SP2-ness of this bike. But this is it. I don't know what you guys think. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments about this motorcycle, please leave it down below. And if you guys want to check out every single process of this build, we have a series. Go check out our playlist on our channel. But till then, have a great one, guys.